Welcome to the Investor Impact Power Talks with Vinney Chopra, where investors gather to share their insights and strategies in the world of multifamily, real estate, and beyond. Get ready to be inspired and equipped for your next level of success.
Welcome again, joining. I know it's the holiday season time. A lot of people are on vacation or they're going on vacation, things like that. So I'm really glad we are back. Last week we didn't do it. And hopefully this is going to be a fantastic mentoring session and we'll crush it. We'll crush it together. There are a lot of things to discuss and all those things. So before I do that, is it open for us, the PowerPoint? Let's see. I don't know, Dave, if you don't mind, is it possible to just go over the disclaimer? That's all.
I don't need it on the screen. I probably know it by heart. Hey, we're not giving investing advice. We're not giving legal advice. And if you're going to invest in anything, seek the advice of a professional. And so we work to make sure everything that is said on this call, on these calls, is accurate, but do your own research. So that's the easiest way to say it, because we don't.
Purely. It's for entertainment purposes.
Something that's wrong, we're not going to take liability.
I know. We don't take any liability whatsoever. So please don't sue us. No. But it's for education.
We'll countersuit. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Yesterday I had somebody on my podcast. Man, it was alternative investments. I had to say it 3 times that these are the views of my guest, not mine. And he also made a comment. He says, oh yeah, please do say that again, because he was talking about these foreign currencies and this and Cayman Island. I don't know why he was on my show. I'm in real estate in USA. I said, do you invest in real estate in USA? He says, no, abroad. I don't know why. Anyway, I don't know if I'll air that episode, but he tried to get me several times. Anyway, but let's talk about, all right. So hopefully some more people, Ankur and Daryl sent an article today. I couldn't open it. Is that I've been so busy. Today was a busy day.
Warren Buffett's right-hand man passed away today.
Who?
Charlie Munger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Charlie, yesterday, brother.
Or yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday, yeah. 99. Yeah. And he was the right-hand man for Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is how old? Maybe right behind him. 97, maybe? Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think Warren Buffett should hire Steven as his advisor, because Warren has all that money. He drives an old Lincoln.
Yep.
He doesn't even buy a new car. Look, when you when I bought my S550, and when I got in that car, it smelled so good. It was brand new. There's nothing like when you get in $100,000+ automobile and you sit down and you drive off the lot and that's yours. The smell of that car, the way it drives. I'm just saying, Warren Buffett has all the money in the world. He could enjoy those type of things. If you accumulate all the money in the world and you can't enjoy yourself, there's something wrong there.
I totally agree with brother David, because just like your S-Class we bought a couple of years back, we bought it, the 580. And today only, I was doing exercise in the morning and I said, you know what? I want to check out what gizmos does it have. So I went on YouTube and there was a whole test drive and demo of everything in this car, which I don't know yet. So it's a whole nice thing. Anyway, but the thing is, in my previous life, when I was a motivational speaker, my manager taught me to take the sales consultant to a Mercedes dealership. Whenever I traveled with somebody, they wanted to go to Mercedes dealership and test drive a Mercedes and smell and everything, so that their goals become bigger. That's one technique. I'm telling you, some of people watching us later on, if you want to do better in life, you got to start smelling and dreaming big. I'm the guy I just saw this picture. Hold on. I talked about it. My cockroach apartment. I just saw this today. Look at that.
You went off.
Oh, what happened? Just by mistake, the camera went off.
Yeah.
Camera went off. Oh, hold on. What in the heck did I do here? Oh, there we go. I'm back. Okay. No, this was the picture of the apartment over there in Ohio, where my wife came and she says, oh, there are cockroaches under this thing and that thing right there. That's how I looked at, by the way, as I got married 43 years back. But that just reminded me, you know what? An apartment of cockroaches.
Oh boy, Vinny, I got to add to this. Okay, so when I first came to Jacksonville, you talk about poor. I came here in 1987 for Bike Week, and I moved into an apartment. My brother and I moved into an apartment.
Yeah.
It was so roach infested that we went to Kmart. Back when Kmart was still around, we went to Kmart and we bought darts, and we would have contests throwing darts to try to get the cockroaches that were on the wall. And we used it as a drinking game. So if you get a dart, your opponent, if you get a roach, your opponent has to drink. That's how bad it was. And I think back, and I'm glad you brought that up, because the reality is sometimes we forget our humble beginnings. And if you forget them, and I know you have a background with Jim Rohn.
Yeah.
And that going out and smelling a new automobile.
Oh,
and I really like envisioning this Bentley in my future. And so now I'm like, okay, where can I go to a Bentley? There's no Bentley dealer in Jacksonville.
I'm dreaming about Bentley and a plane. You've got to dream big, because if you don't have big dreams, then you won't get up. Like I'm 17 or 71. Whatever, but I get excited and I'm so passionate. If I can raise $50 million for this fund that I'm starting right now, which is going to be a spectacular fund, it's an income fund. So it's a strategic income fund. I want to tell everybody, you can do it too. And it's going to come in to save the day for my fellow syndicators who bought it wrong last 2-3 years. And they are in a big bind. They need to get $2 million or $3 million to rate lock, first of all, or to ride the wave because of the interest rates are so high, their NOI is lower than the money. Oh, Ankur is coming in. And I want to acknowledge Alicia. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
Come on, let's meet you there. I know your video is not on, but please join us and tell us where you're from and all. And I know David. And hi, Ankur. How are you? Ankur is coming in. So,
Hi, everyone.
There we go. There we go. Hi, Alicia. How are you?
I'm out in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Hold on. Old stomping ground. Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
And look at that. Heidi is coming too. I love it. This is going to be a great show today. Great.
Just Heidi.
Yeah, Heidi. I'll just say Heidi.
Oh, no, wait. No,
Heidi,
I did wrong on this one. I
want everybody to hear this story from Heidi.
Yeah, okay.
Heidi met me 1 year back.
I was wrong, Vinny. I was wrong.
No, Heidi, I think. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I did something.
I thought it was Doug's wife when you said.
No, that's okay, Steven. Yeah. No problem. Hey, Alicia, can we see you also? We would love to we always like to see interaction and so forth. And I don't know, maybe you're driving or something. Oh, there you are. So good to meet you. Yeah.
I was supposed to be getting on the highway.
Oh, you
and
are.
I just parked before I got in the highway. So I'm in a dark place. That's why.
Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. No, we record every session, by the way. If you missed any portion beforehand, we were talking about really good goal setting. And we were talking about how, this is the picture. I talked about my cockroach apartment. Today only, I came across this picture in my desk. That's me right there sitting in the sofa. That's all we had. 1-bedroom apartment. And my wife picked up the things and she says, oh, there are cockroaches underneath. But see, from that apartment coming to a big mansion like this one, it's real estate. $5 million deal, 5 million mansion is all due to real estate. I'm not afraid of saying that because it's the power of raising money that has changed our life. Really. I made a lot of money in my motivation speaking, but it was paying me a few $1,000s. But by harnessing the knowledge and to be able to raise money and buy bigger deals is what I'm all about. And somebody just also sent me something else, but we'll let you all introduce. I'll show you something over here also in a second. But let's go into that. Ankur is also traveling. He's going to be coming into his office and all. I know it's 4 o'clock only on this side of the spectrum, and it's 7 on the East Coast. So, Heidi, please tell us the story. I saw Heidi 1 year back. Then I saw her 3 weeks back, 4 weeks back. She was 1,000% different. I couldn't recognize her. Literally, I couldn't recognize her. Heidi, I want you to tell me the story about Tony Robbins. Oh, you are muted. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Heidi, and I live in Tampa, Florida. And thank you so much, Vinney, for the invitation and the good things you said about me. So what happened is last year I purchased Tony Robbins event, which was UPW. And it was gonna be in West Palm Beach. And they said we sold too much tickets. And then they said, if you want, you can be virtual this year, and then next year you can be in person. I said, that's a good deal, and I'll watch virtual this year, and then next year I'll go VIP in person. So then first day I watched them. It's the 4-day event, and then the first day I attended virtual last year, and then I was like blown away. I was like, I cannot stay here. I need to be with the people that are like mindset. And the next day, I was in nursing school then. Now I'm a nurse now. So in nursing school, I did 12-hour clinicals the second day. And then right after the clinicals, 12-hour, I came home. I didn't even eat. I just drove 3 hours to the event. I knew that I was not going to go in. I just wanted to hang out with the people there. So then it was 10 p.m. when I arrived there, and nobody was there. And then people were cleaning the big, huge room, conventional center. That was 10,000 people there, not last year, I remember. And I went in. I was like so excited. And I went to the stage, and then I went to the middle of the stage, and I imagined I'm talking all the people there. Like I closed my eyes and I just felt it. I'm talking on that stage, and
I love it.
And then when I was coming back, I met with a person, and he said, hey, we're hanging out the next door, would you like to come? I went there. I made a lot of connections, and I had no money to purchase a hotel room, and I slept in my car that night. I was like not thinking anything but be there. And then next day I went to the event area, but there's a wall, and then people are in, but I'm outside, right outside of the conventional center. People coming and going, and then some people that I met the previous night, they said, hey, how are you? Like, what you're doing here? I said, I'm virtual. I just came here to hang out with you guys. I cannot come in. I do not have access. And then they said, no, girl, you're coming in.
Oh, look at that.
They sneak me in. VIP. I was like pouring in. I was like crying so bad. And at that time, I forgot her name. She's a billionaire. She was talking about how she start from zero to a billionaire. I said to myself, this is me one day. This is me. I'm going to go that stage, and I'm going to talk one day. And I slept in my car that night too. So it was so amazing. And I'm so glad that I experienced that. And thank you, Vinney, for letting me share.
My gosh. I mean, that just tells me, when I met her about 3-4 weeks back and she was sharing with me that story, it just got the chills in my, just having that focus and the desire, and to be able to, after 12 hours of shift, traveling 3 hours and staying in the car and not taking no for an answer. And she went up there on the stage, and God, see, the signals we send out in the cosmos, those signals are caught by the right people. Where I am today, I would not be here if I had not sent the big signals out, that Dave Lindahl caught it somehow. I bought his course for $400. I couldn't afford more than that, from an eBay. These 10 CDs. This is about 17, 18 years back now. And I couldn't afford $30,000 for his training. I could not. I didn't have the money. And my family didn't want to give me money to use it over there. So the thing is, you got to be always going and seeking and finding ways to get it done, done. That's what you.
And when I purchased the event last year, it was $600, and it was my last money.
Wow.
And what I was going to say.
Hold on. You just went to Tony's event in Texas.
I drove 15 hours and I used the deal that they gave me, VIP. I went there. I made a lot of connections. It was just life-changing. And I would everyone to go, please, if you have a chance. Just 14,000 people.
14,000.
14,000 from 90 countries.
From 90. I know Tony is one of the icon. We took our family, Neil, Monica, Kanchan, and I, 4 days to USC in Los Angeles. And we really enjoyed time together, of course, but we sat differently. We didn't sit as a family. Yeah, we sat differently so that we could be interacting with different people. And we were spread around. I think we paid 2,000 or 3,000, 4,000 for 4 of us, but it was wonderful. And we broke the board, and we also walked on the fire, Neil and I, and son and father, and it was a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you for sharing. I'm so proud of you.
I want to tell you something.
Please. Yeah.
So because, as you said, manifesting and thinking and just, imagining and journaling, we talk about this, but life brings everybody who does that opportunities.
Yep.
So for example, soon, which is next week, there's an opportunity that I'm going to attend an event they're going to teach us how to be a speaker.
Oh, wow.
So actually it is like per person needs to pay like $2,000, but it came somewhere that a friend of mine just said, I cannot go. Would you like to go? It's free. And I was like, where did this come from? And then they seems very like professional. They're going to work with me. Actually, Mark is going to come too.
Oh, wonderful.
Work with, and then, so they're going to work with us like 101. And then they say you're going to be a blown away speaker, amazing speakers.
I love that.
I'm so happy.
This is beautiful. I'm just seeing my lights over here are too bright. I don't know how they happen, but anyway, in my studio, but I'm going to try to do something. But you know what? I do want to say something. We get paid for speaking. We get paid the way we talk. And I did Toastmaster, Dale Carnegie, all that. But I need to go back and do it again because, I've lost those skills, the inflection of voice and talking with the eyes and hands. So this is going to be life-changing for both of you because as you raise money, as you are giving presentations in your RIA meetings and everything, and you're not all that way, it will communicate much better. You will be able to grab people's attention in shorter span of time. and they'll be just mesmerized to really find out what deals you got and everything. So all of us benefit with the, speaking coaches and things like that. That's fabulous. No, good. Congratulations. Mark, you want to add something, brother? I think, is this the same gentleman I had lunch with? Maybe you might be saying that. No, it's different. It's different.
Gave you the tickets?
Go
Do you
ahead.
remember who gave you the ticket? Do you remember who gave you the tickets?
What's his name? Let me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Find out. Yeah.
No
Jason,
worries.
maybe Jason. Yeah. I think you didn't have a lunch with him. I don't think so.
I had lunch with somebody from
No, that was the
Robbins.
other guy. I
Yeah.
think that his name is Pete. I think
Pete,
you
okay.
that's different. Yeah.
Oh, different. No worry. No, that's so great. I'm so happy for you. The thing is, a lot of things will happen in our lives, but let them happen. But the biggest thing is you got to just send out those signals, how strongly you feel what you want to achieve. Law of attraction doesn't work. Let me say that again. Law of attraction manifestation does not work if your signal is weak. Aha. So in other words, your intentions have to be so strong. Your passion needs to show in your work and talk and everything. Otherwise, the signal is weak means, let me give you metaphorically, the radio station is far away. But in your iPhone or Android, you listen to the music. Why does this phone catch the music? Because the signal from that tower is very strong. If it doesn't reach you, you cannot capture the wave. Sound cannot be caught that's the same thing. So we need to have very strong intentions and dreams and manifestation and think about it a lot. Haha. It's not that you send the signal out one time. You got to look at it and talk about it in your miracle morning. You got to look at your affirmations, whatever you're doing, or 3x5 cards. You got to put it in your car. I used to do that, not anymore now, but I used to do it everywhere. Bathroom mirror, whatever these coaches taught me, I did it. And that's the key to success. The more you get real passionate about what you want to do, you will reach it. It will take time. Rome was not built in a day. I say that all the time, right? But let's talk about today. Share some positive things. 2 things positive that happened to me, if I may start with me. Punta Gorda is sold. Assisted living. $7 million. I'm wiring. I wired some already Friday, and I'm wiring. Yesterday I wired, and today Monica is sending out money. 42% in this market. I returned money, 42% gains. So if anybody gave me 100,000, I'm giving them 142 back. That's beauty. Because what I teach, what I preach, I do that, right? So the other property I sold is Cape Coral also. Dave, I sold both of them, brother. Cape Coral, my wife is nearby. She did not know. I had $12.75 million loan on my neck. 12,750,000. And I cannot control sitting over here what's happening in that property. So Monica and I went there. I'm recording this. That's okay. Anybody can see it. It's the reality. I was so strict with the community manager there, executive director there. And I asked her lots of very pointed questions, which my partner should have asked. But after 3rd day, she resigned. I was there 3 days. But I was on her case because I wanted to make sure what is happening with my property. I'm on the loan and I have to pay $60,000 each month. I paid just to do the mortgage. And I said, I don't have a tree of money. So anyway, after 3rd day, Dave, I might have mentioned to you, she went to her office. She hand wrote the note of resigning. She said, Mr. Chopra, looks like I'm not doing my job. I said, I like you as a person, but you are not doing the job. Let me tell you that. because the occupancy is at 60% consistently. Now it's 100%. What's the difference? See, that's the beauty. After she resigned, Monica and I got together on Indeed. We put the ad, we interviewed several people, and we got Angela, I think is her name, 17 years of experience, a go-getter from Naples. I think she moved from there to Cape Coral, and she got 100% occupancy within 6 months, from 60 to 100. This is a teaching moment right now, because if you have the right people in your team, they will take you to the hill. But if you don't, they will take you to the ground. And that's what was happening at our asset. So it's so important that we learn not to really buy good stuff, but how to manage good stuff too, which is a lack in USA. There's a lot of lack of training in property management skills, and I wanted to build this academy on that one, which I might do it, but it takes a lot of time and everything. But anyway, that's just a couple of things from me. But Brother Dave, how is everything going, sir?
You sold Cape Coral also, is what you said.
Sold
or you
both
just filled it
out of there.
Good. We're building, I got just in the past probably 30 days, we have a piece of land under contract. We're going to build 15-unit flex space. So all in, build price probably $700,000 based upon a 6 cap rate. Our ending, that's phase one. When I say $600,000, we're going to build 7,500 square feet, which is 6 units. And then we're going to build in phases. We may sell it after we build the 6, because we can be all in at 700,000. Of course, that's triple the commercial flex space. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's basically electricians and plumbers, and anybody can use the space. So we have 6 spaces. They rent for $1,500 a piece, and because it's triple net, and it'll be a brand new building, bringing 108,000 at a 6 cap. Of course, I'm calculating at a higher cap than what the market is at the moment, but that'll bring in 1.8 million. So we'll have 700 in, and then we might liquidate it right after we get done getting the first phase done. But we may also get the first phase done and then refinance, build the second phase, because we might just like roll the funding and build out the whole thing. So that's a really good, he makes 7 figures on the first phase, though. It's hard to not want to walk out if we can walk out of it.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
That's a deal we got recently. My golf course deal, the attorney found things in the background that could potentially be lawsuits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we didn't complete the golf course deal, but that's a positive. See, when you don't buy, just like you were selling Cape Coral or some of these other deals, sometimes it's a positive to get out of a deal.
Totally. Many people know I've sold so much in the last 4 years at the peak, which is awesome. Hindsight is 2020. But now with what's fixing to happen in 24, are you ready to know this?
Yeah, 24 is for a lot of people.
Guess what I'm going to share with you guys? You're not going to believe this, what I'm going to share. Look at this here. I'm going to move this a little bit to the side. I got hold of this document, Slumlord Millionaires. No, that was the movie from India. Look at that, Slumlord Millionaires right here. Arbor Realty Trust. This is from viceroyresearch.org. Write it down if you want to write it down, brother. And my partner just shared with me, just got published last week. Look at that, November 16th, Arbor's high-risk multifamily residential bridge loans, which comprise substantially all of its asset book, are going bad fast. See, I've been saying that all this time. I wanted to bring proof to you all right there. They cannot be refinanced. The end is near. What? Look at this. It's no secret that the multifamily residential are deservedly in a world of hurt, investors are coming to terms with the fact that the road to riches is not paved with debt, short memories, and real estate gurus memberships. Haha, I'm glad my name is not in there, but it's talking about a lot of real estate gurus who didn't teach right, and people just kept on buying without doing best assumptions and all that. Investors in bridge financing underwrites portfolios and all that. I'll let you read it. Viceroy short this ARB or New York stock, ABR, is this industry's plague with the delusion of bad decisions, blah, 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 right there. We believe Arbor is a donut. Look at that. Wow. This report will analyze hundreds of individual loans. What? It's public knowledge, guys, public knowledge. CLOs to the tune of about 7 billion. I've been saying 91 billion. So this is just a small fraction of the whole thing, what's going to hit the ceiling.
I've heard it's over $1 trillion in bridge financing that comes due. And not heard. I've read
yes,
that over $1 trillion in bridge financing comes due in 2024.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a telling story because IRR and other agencies like it are not putting out information as fast.
Yeah.
Gary Keller of Keller Williams is being indicted, could be indicted. They're coming after him for, there's just so much going on in the real estate business. And so what does this mean for all of us? This means all the equity on these bridge loans is going to be gone, and we might be able to buy some of these properties at pennies on the dollar.
Yes.
It could be better than 08, 09.
08, 09. 08, 09 was mostly in single family derivatives and all that. But this one, that was like people getting loans of 105% of the value. If you recall, one unit, a lot of people had rental 10 units, but this is multifamily. This is going to be the life changer, which I'm sad to say that because some people are going to get hurt. A lot of people are going to get hurt big time. Who are these syndicators, newbies who didn't take it into account, underwriting sensitivities, we call it, and also under promising and not really going flamboyantly. I passed on a lot of deals last year. I bought only one deal. Year before I bought one. Year before I bought one. Year before I bought two. 5 deals out of 40 deals came in last 4 or 5 years. I've been selling because it just didn't make sense to buy these deals. See, that's the problem. Look at these fires and all that.
You know, Vinney, between Encore and I would say we probably analyzed 300 deals in the past 18 months, and we didn't buy any. So that gives you an indication of like you taught us to look for deals, and there just wasn't the deals. And but now the deals are coming. And but I want to put a positive spin on this. Everybody on this call probably knows who Rod.
Definitely.
Everybody on the call probably knows who Rod Khalife is. Well, Rod lost all of his money back in 08.
I remember.
Look, if you're going to be in real estate or if you're going to play the game, you know, what's the real game? The real game is if you're going to play in the money game where you're using leverage to build wealth, which is the best way to build wealth. I look at it like I told Vinney when I met him at lunch back in 2021. I said, I believe if you're going to go through a minefield, follow somebody, and preferably somebody who's been through the minefield before you. And Vinney's been through that minefield. You can lose money in real estate. We do the disclaimer.
Yeah.
I've been in the game 31 years, lots of single family. Daryl knows I'm all in right now, again, on single family, but large. I want to build a portfolio of single family. And here's why, because you can sell the portfolios, but because there's foreclosures are up over last year, 274%. But why am I all in right now in single family is because a lot of the loans that we can take over that are in place are at 2.75, 2.5%. It's really cheap money, and you can buy it for $30,000. So you can buy these mortgages, they cash flow like crazy, and You hold them a little while. Granted, single family is a pain in the butt. This group is not about single family in and of itself. But if you get enough of them and you can pay other people to manage it, great. There's so much opportunity right now, like never before. And, so if you're on this call and you're new to real estate, now's the time. There's never been a better time.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that. Can I also say I interviewed somebody yesterday with Vinney and Bo. We went live and it's there. Her name is Ariana, I think. She's from New Jersey and she's a geek. She's a data geek. So 52 emerging markets in USA. Her company has designed this software where you could go into those MSAs, Dave, and it tells you all the numbers. It tells you, let's go to her website. Maybe, let me see here. 1 second. Ariana, oh my gosh. I should have opened it up before I came on. But that report is big, by the way. It tells even syndicators' names, how much loans, what's their DSR going on right now, not 1.2, but half. Debt coverage ratio of half. That means they're in deep trouble. And it gives the names of the syndicators and their portfolios and everything. It's an open book. Viceroy reported it. But let's go here. I apologize. Let's see. Bo, I'll just say Bo, and it should show up. Oh, come on, Bo, where are you? Bo, and maybe that's her. Hi, Vinney and Bo. There we go. Speaking with you. And let's do it here. Public speaking, Coffee Closer. Oh, please go to CoffeeClosers. Dave, if you want to, brother. COFE, Coffee. CLOZERS. And it's live right now. So let's share that screen, if you don't mind.
Can you make sure I can share, Vinney?
Sure, sir. Let's go for it. No, I think I never put any limitation on it. So you should be able to share. Anybody can share. Yeah, there we go.
And I will say what's happening in the world of the internet world is data. And when I say data, so now with AI, we get access to data.
This is AI to the hilt.
Yeah.
And they have designed it. Look at that. It's the best thing ever. Finding a cash flow real estate faster. That's what we've been talking about. Look at this. So Dave, let's poke around here. She gave us a demo.
I'm not going to try her free trial because I have too many free trials.
Don't worry. Yeah.
I'm looking to see how we do this.
Okay. So we could just take one. Let's see. Okay. Explore. Just go ahead and put me in there. Vinney at VinneyChopra.com. She's coming on my podcast too. And I'm going on hers. And I think this is a very good deal. She's doing multifamily also. So she wants my input to be administrative or consultant to design this. Look at these. These are all the markets right here. So just put... Oh, David. Okay, go for it, David. Everybody should do it. What the heck? But don't do it if you don't want to. Just cancel it beforehand. I'm recording it. She won't see this. We need to test drive.
Does it give you the owner's information and everything?
Good point. That's a good point. I think they do have scraping of that. She showed me some things in this video. It's live. Look at her name and just go on my Facebook Live or YouTube Live. It was a live show yesterday, 35 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And it shows everything. And she shows even how to scrape in Excel. All the data comes with the owner's names and everything.
Oh, nice. Interestingly enough, I was actually looking up some pre-foreclosures, and I was reaching out to some pre-foreclosures, and I found something in Decatur. It was a apartment complex that was on pre-foreclosure. I'm still trying to get in touch with the owner. But it was like a 534 unit apartment building that was in pre-foreclosure. And but I wasn't able to get into. I wasn't able to get in touch. I'm still working on reaching out to the owner. I'm actually going to drive out there.
So wait a minute, Alicia, would you
Mhm.
be able to wholesale that to somebody, or you have bandwidth to buy that big a deal? I don't know.
I said I wanted to get in touch with them and see what the predicament was, what the circumstances were, because I really don't know. I do have a couple of people that are open to are private money lenders.
Mhm.
So I don't know. The idea was just to find out what their circumstances was first
Sure.
and then come up with the plan.
Very good, very good. No, I'm just thinking, I just feel like time is money, right?
Yes.
So
Mhm.
I teach that, hey, let's get into the rhythm where you will be able to transact and go.
Right. Okay.
So rather than chasing a 582 units, which I've never bought it, by the way, even though I can raise millions of dollars, my number one is 367 units or whatever. But if you want to go and close something and you have the bandwidth to get it into wholesale or whatever, then go to that segment of 100 to 200 units. And then
Right.
you go to the hilt and you find out from the seller if they want to sell it. See, look at this.
Mhm.
Look on the right side. All these maps.
Well,
tell
so
you-
if you look here, let me show you on market, Vinny. I just want to like she's showing cash on cash returns. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
these are on market deals. Really awful cash on cash, especially in single family. If you're going to be in single family, you shouldn't be looking at anything under
Yeah.
probably 10, 15, probably 15 to 20% right now, cash on cash.
Yeah.
And we got negative cash on cash. Of course, when I click on off
Market.
market,
Oh, look at this.
now there was a pop-up here while you guys were talking. It said,
Oh,
don't believe the cash on cash necessarily on the off market deals. But I wonder,
oh, the address is there. Look at that.
yeah, I just picked Lakeland. But
It's
I
a
like the
property
map.
right in the backyard. Yeah.
I'm guessing the map is
Fine. Okay. She did show us that. So she says that gentrification is where they are already gone with the Best Buys and all. So it's all data. They have put it in the background to bring all these heat maps on the surface.
gentrified just means typically it's a lower walk score, right? That's is the easiest way to say it.
So
So
she was putting
it's
all
an
these.
interesting site. I'm gonna check this out. I know
Yeah.
they don't have all the cities, but this is a pretty cool site. Today, Vinny, it's all about data. Memphis is a. I want to look at off-market deals in Memphis here, like how Memphis is really. You got a good mix here of.
Yes.
Um,
See, gentrification. So that's the pink one that tells you better areas in progress and then early signs. Now, early signs are good too because they are moving to go to on this side, little to none. I see. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Look at that. 3-bedroom home for 40,000.
Yeah, so these are what I many years ago, and I took a course by a guy named Larry Goins, and Larry called these what he called his filthy riches houses. These are houses you can pay cash for, and then you can finance them to someone else. You can get them. Sometimes they'll pay you $100,000 for a house like that and give you $10,000 or $15,000 down. Use your IRA. You get huge cash on cash returns on properties like this, especially if they're livable. But again, this is single family, so
That's all for this episode of The Investor Impact. Stay tuned for the next episode and don't miss out on the opportunity to learn and grow alongside this powerful inner circle.